Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. New York Jets. NFL analysts suggest team trade Aaron Rodgers favorite to Pittsburgh Steelers. The New York Jets are one of the NFL teams with the most riding on their 2024 season. After acquiring four-time NFL MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers in a trade with the Green Bay Packers ahead of the 2023 NFL Draft, the Jets suddenly had Super Bowl aspirations. To support their new quarterback, they went out and signed several of his former Packers teammates, including wide receiver Randall Cobb. Prior to the trade for Rodgers, New York had signed free agent wide receiver Allen Lazard in an attempt to lure the future Hall of Fame quarterback to the team. With two of his favorite pass catchers by his side, Rodgers and the Jets believed they had a real shot at being competitive in 2023. To make matters worse, neither Cobb nor Lazard played nearly as well as the Jets had hoped for when they signed them. Cobb finished the season with just 5 receptions for 39 yards and a touchdown. Lazard had just 23 receptions for 311 yards and a touchdown. It was the worst professional season for both players. Since the end of the season, Cobb has taken a job with the SEC network. He is not retired from the NFL, but clearly will not start the season on a professional roster. Given New York's retooled offense and his poor performance last season, one NFL analyst believes the Jets should trade him before the regular season begins. With training camp set to start and Lazard's role in the offense in question, Cody Woodruff of USA Today believes that the Jets should ship the Rodgers favorite to the Pittsburgh Steelers in exchange for a late-round draft pick. The New York Jets feel like a team that could make an aggressive trade to add talent this summer to help maximize the remainder of quarterback Aaron Rodgers' career. With only about $6 million in cap space, that might make a player like Lazard expendable in what will be a crucial season for the Jets. While he joined Rodgers in the 2023 offseason, he's probably not going to start for the franchise this fall. Trading Lazard for a late-round pick would net New York $10 million in cap space, which could easily go to good use to add talent elsewhere on the roster. Woodruff also names the Philadelphia Eagles and Detroit Lions as possible trade destinations for Lazard. The fact of the matter is that trying to appease Rodgers by signing players that are his friends did not serve the Jets well last year. With no guarantee that the future Hall of Famer will even be productive himself this year, New York needs to do whatever they can to be competitive now while also setting themselves up for future success. Calvin Austin reveals he doesn't have his first TD ball. "I don't even care, I'm gonna get another one." Pittsburgh Steelers WR Calvin Austin III does not have the football with which he caught his first touchdown, he recently revealed, and he has no idea where it is. While he did not express regret over it, he does have the balls from his other 2 scores. A 2022 fourth-round pick, Calvin Austin III scored his first career touchdown in Week 3 of the 2023 season. QB Kenny Pickett connected with him on a deep shot, racing into the end zone for a 72-yard score. Basically, he was too excited to pay attention to or care about what happened after he scored. After all, the plan was that there would be more where that came from. "If you watch the video, when I scored, I don't know where I was," Austin said on 92.9 ESPN recently about his first NFL touchdown with the Steelers. "It was just that moment. And I remember throwing the ball back and thinking in my head, I really just scored, Sunday Night Football. That's what was going through my mind. And then I got on the sideline and somebody asked me and I was like, bro, I don't even care, I'm gonna get another one. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna score again and save that 1 inch." That one play remains the clear highlight of Austin's career, without an obvious second place. The Steelers tried to return to the same well a week or 2 later, ending with an interception instead. He only caught 16 more passes that year for 108 yards. Austin had to wait 12 weeks before he found the end zone again, scoring on a rushing play. "The Bengals game later in the season, I kept that one, and my whole family was there and everything," he said. He also has the ball from the touchdown he caught in the postseason loss to the Buffalo Bills. But he does not have the ball from his first NFL touchdown, and who knows if anybody knows its location. The broadcast didn't follow through long enough to show what he did with the ball, but the All-22 does. Austin eventually tossed the ball out of his hand onto the ground, and who knows where it wound up. Even though he doesn't have the ball, it doesn't change how incredibly exciting a moment it was. Austin will remember that play for the rest of his life, even without the souvenir, significant as it may be. And let's be honest, he is in good company when it comes to players losing themselves in excitement. Frankly, it is something that any player of any achievement has to learn, or at least most. Remember last year when T.J. Watt said he had to tell Nick Herbig to take in the moment after his strip sack fumble recovery? Yeah, it happens. Does Herbig have that ball? Proposed trade ships Steelers' speedy $12 million WR. As many pundits have this offseason, Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox named the Pittsburgh Steelers a potential landing spot for San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. But Knox also suggested the Steelers as a possible landing spot through a trade for another veteran wideout, New York Giants' Darius Slayton. Knox proposed on July 18 that the Steelers could acquire Slayton for a 2025 fifth-round pick. Slayton has never reached 800 receiving yards in a season, and the Giants could value the cap savings and an open role more than his services on the final year of his contract, Knox wrote. For a team with less receiver depth, however, he could be a fine complementary option. The Steelers could have some interest in Slayton as they continue their search for a number 2 receiver. Slayton has shown that his ceiling is limited, but Pittsburgh has its top option in George Pickens. While Slayton has never reached 800 receiving yards, he has surpassed 700 yards in a season during 4 of his 5 years in the NFL. He's also averaged 15.1 yards per catch in his career. Slayton, who signed a 2-year, $12 million contract last offseason, has been a threat down the field largely because of his speed. At the 2019 NFL Combine, Slayton ran the 40-yard dash in 4.39 seconds. That time would have been ranked 6th at the 2024 NFL Combine. Knox connected Slayton to the Steelers in part because he's not an elite receiver. If the Steelers view George Pickens as their WR1 for 2024 and the future, the team could prefer to add a complementary receiver rather than a star wideout. Slayton would easily slide into the WR2 role on Pittsburgh's depth chart. Assuming the asking price is a 5th-round pick, that's a very affordable price for a starting receiver. The 27-year-old receiver will be an unrestricted free agent next offseason. The New York Post's Ryan Dunleavy reported Slayton skipped part of voluntary off-season workouts in the hopes of landing a new contract. Therefore, the Steelers may need to offer a new deal to the veteran after acquiring him. But it's unlikely a new Slayton contract would hinder the team's future plans elsewhere on the roster. His addition, though, would certainly be a boost for the team's offense. Slayton and Pickens both averaged more than 15 yards per catch last season. Knox isn't the first pundit to suggest Pittsburgh as a potential destination for Slayton. On April 17, Nick Farabaugh, formerly of Steelers Now, mentioned Slayton as a receiver the Steelers should consider pursuing. Although General Manager Omar Khan didn't land a direct replacement for Deontay Johnson this offseason, he signed several low-risk, high-reward veteran receivers. Van Jefferson, Quez Watkins, and Scotty Miller are all new receivers to the Steelers roster. Each have posted a 500-yard season in their careers but didn't have more than 209 yards last year. The Steelers also drafted Roman Wilson in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft. The team will bring back 3rd-year receiver Calvin Austin III as well. Wilson could potentially emerge as the team's best receiver option after Pickens. But ideally, Wilson will be best served in the slot rather than with an outside role as a rookie. With their current array of receivers, the Steelers have depth at the position. but their hole at WR2 makes Slayton an interesting potential trade target. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Darius Slayton? Leave your opinion in the comments.